Earlier in the day, police brought charges against those arrested in the Delhi gang rape case. But over the past couple of weeks, we've heard women across Indian cities voice strong opinions about how unsafe they feel while travelling around, getting to work or university. Well, we're at a bus stop in Delhi and we're going to use public transport today to find out just what are the problems they encounter. There are a few women on this bus. It is one of the cost-effective ways of travelling in this city. Ma'am, if I can ask you, how often do you take the bus and what has your experience been like while travelling? Have you felt unsafe before?
I take a bus every day because that's how I go to college. And otherwise also whenever I have to go out, I prefer taking a bus. And it's a very bad experience on most of the days unless the bus is as empty as this one. Because there are men who are pushing you and they're constantly staring and passing comments. And no matter how much you ask them not to, they'll keep doing it. You can confront them, you can humiliate them. You know, they just don't stop. There was this time when I was traveling in a bus and this guy kept staring across, at me across the bus. So I confronted him 3 times. The 4th time I had to shout at him across the bus. And it was very strange to see all the women looking at me as if I had done something wrong.
We are asked to probably carry a few things in our bags and our pockets for safety, pocket knives or cutters or things like that, just to be safe. And other times, if you're traveling at night, and probably if I'm traveling in a cab, my mom will have me on the phone the entire duration of the journey because she's worried about what will happen on the road when I'm alone.
We did see a lot of men at many of those protests as well. You're traveling with a female friend today. Have you ever had a bad experience?
Yeah, there was this one time when I was traveling with my female friends and there was this guy who was passing lewd and lecherous comments on them. And I tried to stop him, but then he was not listening to it. So upon repeated insistence, when he was not listening, we got down at the next station and we called up the police, and the police took very stern action against this person. They immediately caught him and handed over to the authorities. But the sheer fact is that this entire act is so obnoxious that it happens on a very day-to-day basis.
You yourself take those precautions and travel in groups, ideally. Apart from that, after the recent incident, my mother has actually grouped a few of us together from my apartments, and she's spoken to someone who might be in a position to give us defense classes, self-defense classes.
What we just heard on that bus is about how common it is for women to face sexual harassment in India. It's just evening, not even nightfall, but if you look around me, all you can see are men. It's hard to spot even a single woman. And although it's not necessarily hostile, it does make a woman feel uncomfortable. Now, I've lived in both Delhi and in Mumbai, and in both these cities, I've always taken precautions when using public transport specifically. It's almost become a part of our everyday lives.